sit around and you, yeah, it's a social event. And like the Chinese, the New Year, when they, the, kind of like the night before the New Year's Eve, this is a very traditional thing to eat. The, the hot pots, and everyone sits around, and it's like Thanksgiving here. And you sit around and you eat, and you add more broth to the pot. You add more the pork or the beef or whatever, chicken, whatever, and all the different vegetables. And yeah, that's what people do. They sit around and chat.
I had that on 116th Street in a restaurant, and they pile in
Yeah. Yes. Yes. That's the difference. I mean, it's funny that you mentioned the French and the portions. There's a huge difference between Chinese food and Japanese food. Japanese food is, like you say, it's a very little, like a little like a sushi. And it's a little plate, and it'll have like 5 or 6 slices of fish, right? And everything is very like neat and carb. Chinese food, like you said, yeah, they pile it on. You have the bowl of rice, and
especially people who live more than once. They know
they
you.
know you. Yeah. It's a huge cultural difference. I mean, yes, the French and English, there is a huge difference between the French and American people too. Um, you like rock music? You know the Doors, Jim Morrison.
Yes.
Um, we were in the Père Lachaise, the cemetery, and my mother was a big fan of Oscar Wilde. And Oscar Wilde is buried in Père Lachaise Cemetery. So we were there, and I said, because I'm here, I want to go see where Jim Morrison. So I find it's kind of a shame because a lot of the graves nearby have been kind of vandalized. People scratch things, and there was all these people sitting around Jim Morrison's grave. So I'm walking out. There's a path that goes back down out to the street, and there's these two Asian young ladies sitting walking in front of me. Maybe they're Japanese ladies. Guy rides up on a big motorcycle, and he stops, and I'm close enough because I can hear what he says. And he walks up, he rides up to the girls and says, "Hey, where's Jim's grave?" And the girls just it's kind of point behind him, roars off on the motorcycle. Um, but yeah, I mean, it's. I mean, there's so much history in Paris. It's really it's like Taiwan too.
So you liked Paris?
I love Paris. I was just watching. Did you ever see the movie Woody Allen has the Midnight in Paris? He did the movie about maybe 6 or 7 years ago. Fantastic movie, all about it's about a guy who's a writer and he loves Paris. And he writes all of these.
Taiwan or Paris? Since you lived in Taiwan, what do you like better, or is that apples and oranges?
That's a tough question. Um, that is a really, really, really difficult because I didn't spend as much time in Paris. If you force me to make a decision,
You're forced to make a decision.
I would say Taiwan. Here's the reason why. I mean, it's a beautiful island. I mean, the people are wonderful. I mean, like you were saying, sometimes French people can be a little bit. I guess the word I would use is standoffish.
Standoffish.
Yeah, I mean they
Pompous.
can be. They can be. Some of the people. I mean, there was one man we asked for directions. He's walking his little dog, and we asked him for direct. We're looking for our hotel or someplace. Um, and yeah, I mean, they were kind of. This man was very, very helpful, very, very nice. Gave us told us how to get there. Um,
obviously Taiwan was beautiful enough for you to find a wife.
Yes. This is a place I've been to. This is in Kaohsiung, and it's a temple. If I open the book, I can see what if it tells me what the name of it is. This is Gao. Oh, this is Sun Moon Lake. Excuse me, Sun Moon Lake. Sun Moon Lake in Chinese, 日月潭, is a big. Now it's a big tourist attraction. It's kind of like Lake George. It was a big honeymoon place. People in Taiwan would go to this lake for their honeymoon. A lot of people like to go there. It's wonderful. I mean, you can take boat rides out on the lake. We were there a couple times. We stayed there when my older daughter was. Now she's going to be 10. She was just a little baby. We have photos of her when she was just a little itty bitty baby being there. I was confusing this with another place. But you can see, yeah, see the Little League, Little League World Series.
Japan has got big with it.
Japan. This is the map. So I lived here, Tainan. Tainan. So this is south of. So, but it's the equator. It doesn't show it on this map. The equator goes like right through here. I'm not sorry, the equator. Tropic of Cancer. So it's a subtropical. Southern Taiwan is subtropical. The equator's farther.